You say you want to get over. What are you going to do? Watch the world go by in the corner, all alone. I know it's none of my business. There's something I need to say. You can see you the way I see you. You start shining on your own. Step aside and let your light shine. Let your love show. It's a short ride down that long road. When the rain comes and the wind blows, let your light shine wherever you go. This world is ready and waiting for you to step on through. It's time to recognize, realize you're the only one like you. So step on up, step into your greatness. Don't be afraid, there's a place that you will rise up to. No one else can do what you do. Step aside and let your light shine, let your love grow. It's a short ride down that long road. When the rain comes and the wind blows, let your light shine wherever you go. Let your light shine. Let your love grow. There's a short ride down that long road. When the rain comes and the wind blows, let your light shine wherever you go. Let your light shine.
That was the amazing Norman Taylor. And let your light shine. So I want to start off with a prayer. If you want to repeat after me. I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and peace.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and peace.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and joy.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and joy.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and more love.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and more love.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning, Zoom. Good morning, streaming. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We've got a wonderful service for you today. I'm just checking the bulletin. Thank you for being here. We've got practitioners around the room holding the high watch, knowing the truth for us all, knowing the divinity of all of us, knowing that we're completely taken care of. So in that, you can let go of any worries, doubts, limitations, or anything like that. Any resistance, being open to this moment right here. So that this moment and this moment and this moment are where life happens. So be here now. Take that moment. Take a deep breath. Center ourselves in this moment, in the divine. Knowing that we are here in oneness and enjoyed in love. So, I'd like to start out with bringing up our first practitioner, Chuck Karstens, to do our invocation. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, nice to see everybody here on this beautiful snowy day. We're all so blessed to be here. So I invite you to close your eyes, and as we relax into prayer, let us feel God's loving embrace, knowing that God is right here now, holding us in his loving arms, and that each and every one here is expressing God so wonderfully and beautifully and magnificently. So we know that today's service is an expression of this divine presence that we call God. And so we know that this service is beautiful, wonderful, peaceful, and joyful. Just like each one here is beautiful, wonderful, peaceful, and joyful. For each one here is God's most perfect and treasured child. And so I am so thankful for this opportunity to speak this word this morning. So thankful, feeling God's loving presence, knowing that every aspect is divinely orchestrated. As I know that our music is absolutely beautiful today, as Norman sings with the voice of God. And I'm so thankful for the Center for Conscious Living, this wonderful, beautiful spiritual community where we learn that the love of God surrounds us always. And I'm so thankful for Reverend Carol, the founder of this wonderful community, knowing that for so many years that she has extended her love to us and continues to. And I'm so thankful for all of our ministers and practitioners who are always praying for us. So thankful for all of those in service today and all of those behind the scenes that make these services possible. For it is truly a work of love and dedication to the Center for Conscious Living. And so thankful for Reverend Paul for stepping up as interim minister, knowing that he continues to lead the Center for Conscious Living forward. And so we know that today that he makes that divine connection with each and every one as he speaks the word of God. And so let us sit back and relax, and let us enjoy God's loving presence, which we know is right here now. And so it is.
So it is.
Thank you.
Norman, is it me? Yeah. They said you'd louder. I came out of the house and did not bring my amplifier, so you get to hear me sans mic. Went down to the valley one day. I heard the angels sing. I heard a voice, I saw no one. Heard the angels sing. What you reckon them angels said? I heard the angels sing. There is no sin, your soul is free. I heard the angels sing. Went down to the valley one day, heard the angels sing. I seen that old devil walking down my way, heard the angels sing. I said, what you reckon that devil said? I heard the angels sing. Said, heaven doors closed, go home, don't pray. But I heard the angels sing. I said, get back, get out of my way. I heard the angels sing. Don't want to hear another word you got to say. I heard the angels sing. When I thought my soul was lost, heard the angels singing. My dungeon was shook and my chains dropped off, heard the angels singing. You know the people come running, they want to know what it's all about. I heard the angels sing. I could not help but jump up and shout. Heard the angels sing. In that great getting up morning, I heard the angels sing. In that great getting up morning, I heard the angels sing. You know, in that great getting up morning, I heard the angels sing. In that great getting up morning, ooh, I heard the angels sing.
All we got to do is listen. We'll hear the angels sing. I didn't say it earlier, and I want to thank, but I want to take it now. I want to thank you all for being here, the congregation. I want to thank you all on Zoom and streaming for being here. Thanks for braving the weather. Thanks for being here. Because then I get to do this. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Next, we have practitioner, not yet. Practitioner, Chuck Carson, to do our inspirational reading and our affirmation.
Okay, so today's reading is from You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. And it's on page 126, and it's called Loving Treatment. Deep at the center of my being, there is an infinite well of love. I now allow this love to flow to the surface. It fills my heart, my body, my mind, my consciousness, my very being, and it radiates out from me in all directions and returns to me multiplied. The more love I use and give, the more I have to give. The supply is endless. The use of love makes me feel good. It is an expression of my inner joy. I love myself. Therefore, I take loving care of my body. I lovingly feed it nourishing food and beverages. I lovingly groom it and dress it. And my body lovingly responds to me with vibrant health and energy. I love myself, therefore I provide myself a comfortable home, one which fills my needs and is a pleasure to be in. I fill the rooms with the vibration of love so that all who enter, myself included, will feel this love and be nourished by it. I love myself, therefore I work at a job I truly enjoy doing, one that uses my creative talents and abilities, working with and for people that I love and who love me, and earning a good income. I love myself, therefore I behave and think in a loving way to all people, for I know that which I give out returns to me multiplied. I only attract loving people into my world, for they are a mirror for what I am. I love myself, therefore I forgive and totally release the past to all past experiences, and I am free. I love myself, therefore I love totally in the now, experiencing each moment as good and knowing that my future is bright and joyous and secure, for I am a beloved child of God, and God lovingly takes care of me now and forevermore. And so it is.
So it is.
And now if you'll turn to your bulletin, we can read the affirmation together. The divine presence within me is everlasting love. The action of love is expressed in my world. God's wisdom holds me steady, and the peace of God fills me. Thank you.
Thank you, Chuck. And so it is.
So it is.
And so it is. So that reading says it all. So first I want to say Happy Valentine's Day. It's an opportunity for us to love, to be loved, to give flowers and candy and cards and express to the ones that we love the most how much we love them. And to receive their love for us. So, the truth of who we are, our essence, our beingness, is love. So when we express that love, we're being the truth of who we are. The knowingness, the divinity of who we are. That divine love, which is right here, always, is who we are. We do things, we navigate this world, this illusion. But the bottom line, the base, the essence, the truth of who we are is that divine love. And our mission in this life is to share it. That's what we're here for. To love. Now, this world gets in the way. And I honestly think that's the design of this world. To have anything we want. Because we can have anything we want. We can do anything we want. There are consequences of those actions, but we can do them. But what brings us joy? What are we doing in the world that we find love in? That we find joy in? That we find the divinity in? That's how we want to step into the world. Is in love. Because it's who we are. It's wonderful that we celebrate a day of love. But how about if we celebrate every day of love? What would your life be like? What would be possible in your life if every day you celebrated love? That we spread it around like seeds. I say I love you at least 5 times a day. Often 10 times a day. I say it all the time. My dearest friend, he's 6'5", big guy. And Fridays we'll go out to dinner, or he'll come over and help me, thank God, do something on my house. He's a contractor. And we'll go out, have dinner, come home, and I'll say, I love you. And he goes, I love you too. And we don't talk about that. You know, when we're out, we talk about contracting and the houses and things we're doing, you know, in our lives, you know, in that sense. But we don't talk spirituality. We don't talk love. But at the end of the evening, or when we leave each other, I say, I love you. And he says, I love you too. And that's extraordinary. How many times during the day do you tell people that you love them? Because it's out there. And for the most part, people will reciprocate that love. I've got a dear friend of mine who's the owner of the shop that I used to work at. I've said I love you countless times. And it was, the first time I did it, it was a stretch for me. Because he's not a huggy, you know, type guy. He's very loving. He's a beautiful man. But that's not his expression. And I went out on a limb and I said, I love you. He's like, yeah, yeah. And I'll text him. I'll go, I love you. And he goes, you are such a wonderful man. And that's his way of saying I love you. That's his expression of I love you. And that's what I do. I spread it out. Those seeds. I spread those seeds out. And they come back in more ways than I can count. I have people coming up to me and just expressing their love for me. And thanks and appreciation. Because I spread it out. I give it out. And it comes back. Now the real, true test of loving is loving those that are unlovable. The ones that we, boy, I can't see eye to eye with that person. And they are this, and he is that, and she is that, and that, and that, and that, and that. When the truth is, when the ultimate truth is, they are just as much love as we are. They are the divine love. They have to be. We're all one. We're one with the divine. As above, so below. All that the divine is, all that God is all that we are. Right here. We have access to it all the time. And we're either accessing this or we're accessing that. And this is infinitely more powerful. Infinitely more peace. Infinitely more love. So, if we can stand in that love, if we can be that love, what's going to show up in our world? That love. Abraham Hicks says, hold on, it's there. It says a belief is something that we think over and over and over again. Okay? So do you believe in love? Do you believe the world is loving? That other people are loving? Do you have thoughts during the day of the world is loving, the people I interact with is loving? Are those thoughts a part of your everyday life? Because that's the belief that you have. Because catch yourself saying, oh man, that person's a whatever. Not love. And that's the belief that you have about them. If you say it enough times, you've got that belief. It's solid, it's there, it's tangible. Now here's the one that we really want to get to. Do you love yourself? Do you love who you are? Because God does. I can guarantee you that. The divine loves us all unconditionally. Meaning that there's nothing that you could do in this life that God wouldn't love you. Nothing. That's unconditional love. There's no condition under which the divine does not love us. It's an impossibility. It's not in God's nature not to love. That's God's beingness. That's the essence of the divine, is love. So can we stop the chatter, stop the I didn't do this, I should have done that, they said this about me, I'm not good enough. Can we stop that thought, that belief, and be the love that we are to ourselves? I want you to take a moment. I want you to wrap your arms around yourself. Give yourself a hug. Right now, give yourself a hug. Close your eyes. And say, I love me.
I love me.
Say it again. I love me. Feel it. Feel that love. Feel that inner divine, that knowingness that you are magnificent. You are loved infinitely. There is no lack. There is only infinite abundance of love. And it's sitting right where you are. Feel it. Know it. Repeat it throughout the day. Believe it. So let go. Let go of everything and anything that is not of that. Let go of the thoughts. the concerns, the doubts, and be that love. It is ours to express by the divine. It is all of ours. Not just one person's. It is all of ours. All of us are the love of the divine. All are the love of us as individualized expressions of God. It is who we are. Spread it out. Spread it out. Give it to the world, and it'll come back. If we love ourselves, then we can love the world. We can love anybody. But we need to love ourselves. We need to recognize that we are that individualized expression of God. That God is right here. And we recognize that and live and move and be and have our being out of that. What's going to show up in our world? Because if we're looking for it out there, it's hit or miss. We can find it out there. We can find love out there. But it's not a consistent, unconditional love that is right here. That warms us, that informs us, that enlivens us, that loves us, that lifts us up, that reminds us of the magnificence of who we are. The joy, the peace. If we stand in this love, then whatever love we get out there is gravy. It's not a need. We're not going out into the world going, I need love, I need love, I need love, I need love, I need love. We're out in the world going, I have love, I am love, I love, I love, I love. And those are two entirely different ways of living life. Right? Because honestly, we don't need love. Because it's right here. It's always here. It's always with us. When we're in tune with it, it's always expressed back to us. We don't have to look for it. It'll find us. I promise you. That love will find us. It'll show up in our world left and right. Because of who we're being. We're spreading out that love. So, enjoy Valentine's Day. Have fun with it. Express your love to the people that you love. And from that day on, love. Love for the rest of the year. Just love. For no reason other than loving. Say I love you. Say I love you to the people that are in your lives. Tell them that you love them. Go out on that skinny branch and go, I don't know how they're going to receive this, but I'm going to go here and I love you. 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 Happy Valentine's Day. I love you all. Gotta see where I am. Sorry. Okay. See, I need to give a rubber ball to Kay and have her just go boom and hit me with it.
So now, if you will read with me the blessing of our offering that you can find in your bulletin. Thank you, God, for this abundance that mine to share. I bless this gift and give it to thee, and gratitude for joy, knowing that as I give, I receive.
Knowing that as I give, I do receive.
I think I'm going to come a little closer here. How's that?
Please, I'll move the chair for you.
Here.
We go here. I'm not mugging the camera.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I am the preacher shouting the news. I am the juke joint stomper bringing the blues. A holy roller giving Jesus my cares. I am the candy man pushing my wares. I am the cowboy branding my steers. I am the Cherokee brave on a trail of cheers. I am the master whipping my hand. I am the slave from a distant land. After all the said and done, with my maker I'm one. After all the said and done, with my maker I am one. I am the Okie on a dusty road. I am the banker with tailor-made clothes. I am the hobo in an old boxcar. I am the railroad baron with a long cigar. I am the ghetto brother about to lose his lease. I am the landlord cutting the heat. I am the prisoner playing cards. I am the warden looking out on the yard. After all is said and done, with my maker I'm one. After all is said and done, with my maker I am one. I am the doctor saving the sick. I am the junkie craving a fix. I am the homeless child on the street so mean. I am the movie star on a silver screen. I am the champion on the finish line. I am the beggar holding the sign. I am the rookie trying to make it to the Hall of Fame. I am the gangster fixing the game. After all said and done, with my maker I am one. After all is said and done, with my maker I am one. After all said and done, with my maker I am one. After all is said and done, with my maker I am one.
I remember this time. So let's take a moment and be grateful for this abundance that flows to this congregation, that then flows to CCL. We're so grateful for the abundance of the divine, the financial abundance, the love abundance, the abundance of joy and peace, knowing that the divine completely supports us, that we're in God and all is well. And so it is. So we have a new visitors blessing. So I know someone who is here for the first time, as she looks up. So I'm going to invite Anna to stand and receive this blessing. If there's anybody else here for the first time, please stand. Glenn. Perfect. So if you'll repeat after me, hold your hands up and repeat after me. Welcome to the Center for Conscious Living.
Welcome to the Center for Conscious Living.
We are a heart-centered spiritual community. We open ourselves to you in love. We recognize the perfection of God within you. We celebrate the joyous being that you are. You are a radiant point of light. We are blessed by your presence. Welcome home.
Thank you.
First time I heard that prayer, it's like, yeah, I'm home.
Thank you.
So we have a prayer. It's called the Mastermind Covenant. And covenant is just another word for the divine. So I'll read and you'll know the response. And these are just affirmations. That's all this is. This is setting the intention for the week. All right? So look at it that way. This is my intention for this week. Knowing there is a power, intelligence, wisdom greater than my own, and knowing it's responsive to my every thought, word, action, feeling, say aloud, I acknowledge. Surrendering to the power of the mastermind consciousness, and knowing that I am guided, assisted past any limited perception to God's truth within, now say, I surrender. Knowing forgiveness is the key to change, I now forgive myself and others for all mistaken judgments, and I open the door to unconditional love by saying, I forgive. Realizing my life is a creation of my own thoughts, I now choose to fill my mind with thoughts that are positive, loving, beautiful, and allow my life to reflect that choice by saying, I choose. Holding the consciousness for the Center for Conscious Living, we now thank God for the continued prosperity of this spiritual community and for everyone. For myself, I now go within the silence of my own mind, as I ask for my own specific requests, knowing that the universe always says yes. And if you'll please repeat after me, I accept. With a thankful heart and knowing that all I have asked in the name of the Mastermind is given me now, I say, thank you, God.
Thank you, God.
Sorry. If you'll repeat with me, if you'll say with me, I think it's in your bulletin, it may not be. The love of God enfolds me. The mind of God inspires me. The Spirit of God enlightens me. The power of God encircles me. I am in God and all is well, for I am enthusiastic, excited, expectant, and at peace. So you can turn to your neighbor and say, I'm grateful God has heard you. I'm grateful God has heard you. I'm grateful God has heard you.
Grateful God has heard you. Hear me,
All in divine right. All in divine right. Everybody can hear you. It's perfect. Yeah, thanks. And I have them. Woohoo! All right, we got a whole bunch of stuff here for you. Oh, first, this week is the only week this month that we're meeting live. The community center was booked the fourth Sunday of this month, so we'll be on Zoom. We were able to, there were 2 other months where we were only having one service. And I talked to the powers that be here, and those 2 of those months are 5th Sunday months. So those months we're going to have live service on the 5th Sunday instead of the 4th Sunday. And I think that's May and October. I think those 2 months. So, 2 more. But next month, 2nd and 4th Sunday. Next week, we got a wonderful. Would you like to talk about it? I would like you to talk about it.
I can if you want.
Please, I would love to. This is Reverend Marlene Volper.
Is this live or is this memory?
It's like a rock star, dude.
That's it.
So, next week's service is going to be a Taizé service. And Taizé is an ancient type of service that was created in France a bazillion years ago. And when I was at an Anton conference several years ago, one of the music director for the conference that year ended our week on Sunday with this Taizé service that she created. And so I had spoken to her about using her Taizé service, and she kindly gifted it to us. And up until this time, we haven't had opportunity to use it, so we're going to present it to you next week. And so a Taizé service is a service where you can really deepen into your consciousness, to really connect inward. And what we'll be doing is chanting and reading. And so our good friend Reverend Uta Maria Sadia is going to be the facilitator of the Taizé service. And along with our dear Reverend Carol, her and Uta Maria will be doing the readings. And our wonderful Ginger Coyle will be doing the Taizé chants. So the hope is that we will be able to put the words up in the chat for you guys so that you can chant at home along with Ginger while she's doing the music. And then you can just sit back and listen to the readings that Uta Maria is going to present. And the readings are all from New Thought leaders, spiritual leaders.
The powerhouses.
Yeah, new and old. So we're really excited to present this to you, and we hope you enjoy it. And we'd really like to get your feedback afterwards as to whether you enjoyed it or not, so that it could be something that we could do, once or twice a year, as something a little bit different.
So wait a minute. So I want to thank Marlene because she came to me and said, "Hey, I think this would be really wonderful," and I went, "Yep, absolutely." And she's also going to be the service minister that on the 20th also. So I want to thank her. I want to encourage you to be there. It's going to be extraordinary. So thank you. Love you. So speaking of Uta Maria, she is. There's 2 things about this I want you to know. Roots of Science of Mind. It's actually a 12-week. Mark, 12-week. Roots of Science of Mind.
Wednesday.
Yeah, I know, but it's a 12-week. The whole thing is a 12-week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Roots is going to be a 12-week.
And we're doing it in blocks of 3, okay? So that we're not, overwhelmed with it. One of the reasons we're doing it is for anybody who is interested in being a practitioner, taking practitioner training. This is one of the classes that you need to take, okay? So we're doing Uta Maria, who is just profound. And she knows Emma Curtis Hopkins like nobody's business. She's leading the class. I'm facilitating because I can sit there and just listen to Uta Maria for days. So it's Wednesday night, starting this Wednesday, the next 3, this Wednesday, and the 3 after that. 4
No,
weeks.
4 weeks, yeah.
4 weeks. 7 to 9.
Yes.
7 to 9, starting on the 16th, this Wednesday. Emma Curtis Hopkins is profound. The consciousness there is amazing. Be there because of the profundity of Emma Curtis Hopkins and Uta Maria. The other benefit is that you can move on and, towards practitioner training. But I invite you all, it's a 4-week class, so it's nice, boom, 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 boom. I invite you all to be in the profundity and the consciousness of Emma Curtis Hopkins through Uta Maria. It's going to be extraordinary. So please join us. We've got we got a number of classes. They're all in the website, correct? Okay. The education committee met, and we went, okay, here's what we want to do. Here's what we want to do. We need your feedback on classes that you love, that we've had. When you finish a class, give us feedback from the class. Do you want this class again? Does it nurture your soul? Okay? So check the website. We've also, after this block, we're doing spiritual practices, which is the class after foundations. You have to have had foundations to do spiritual practices. And what spiritual practices is treating for other people. And that's what we do as practitioners when we do the prayer list. I got to tell you this. This was so cool. A member of the church called me yesterday, the day before, and said, I got a prayer request. And I said, got it. Okay. I did the prayer request, sent it out to everybody, and less than an hour later, she called back and said, they're fine, there's no problem, they're coming out of surgery, everything was wonderful. and I sent back to the practitioners, I sent an email and said, prayer works. Because it does. So, get your prayers in. We send them into the office. We pray over them. We pray for them. We pray for the knowingness of the truth of what's going on in the situation. We don't worry about the condition. The condition is irrelevant to us. We look for the truth and know the truth of the divine in the situation. So if you've got a prayer, if you've got something going on, send it to us. We got to, we go through the prayers every day. There's a second practitioner who collects the prayers and gets them out as quickly as possible. So we all get them. And we're all praying for them. So don't, I don't know, this prayer isn't, I don't know about this one. Send it. If you've thought about it as a prayer, send it. All right? It's extraordinary. If you are interested in practitioner training was the most profound 2 years that I've had in my life. It completely changed my life. I was not the same person after practitioner's training that I was when I went in. My consciousness completely shifted. I was during practitioner training near the end, and I was looking for opportunities to do prayer. I was on a retreat with Kathy Milano, and we're all standing around. I'm in the middle of practitioner training. We're all standing around, and everybody's standing around. I said, "Hey, everybody, come here. Let's do a prayer." I grabbed everybody, got us all in a circle, and I did prayer. And before that, I had never done that. I never stepped out on those branches and gone, "Hey, can I come here? Let's do a prayer." But it altered who I was being in the world, and ultimately altered my life. It is extraordinary training. Now, it's intense. There's a lot to it. There's a lot of reading. And look, I'm not the greatest reader in the world. And I got through it. I was able to read everything. And now they've got they've got audiobooks. This past year I listened to 20 books that I never would have read. Never would have read them. And that's what I did, is I listened to all the books in the past that I gotta read that book that I never read. And I listened to it, and it's like, wow. So, if you're interested, call the office. It's extraordinary. Because there are things like roots that you're going to have to take, all right, to get into practitioner training. A Course in Miracles, second and fourth Sunday of the month. Ken Davis. That, like I've always said, I say it every week, that's the reason to go to this class, is Ken Davis. Being in the presence, the knowingness, and the consciousness of Ken Davis, because he knows A Course in Miracles. He is profound with it. So that's the second and fourth Monday of the month. If you're interested in BIPOC, Black, Indigenous, and Peoples of Color, if you're interested in that, call the office.
Sign up sheet on the back.
Sign up sheet on the back. Please, sign up sheet on the back.
Or call the office.
Or call the office, yeah. That's my go-to. Call the office. Or look on the website. Check the website out. Let me have an honest show of hands. How many people have gone to the CCL website?
Beautiful.
Nice. Nice. Isn't it wonderful?
Yeah.
It's informative. It's done well. Thanks to Marlene Volber.
Yay.
Reverend Marlene Volber. You have that. Let me see. Oh, we're looking for volunteers. It's a short expo. I will be there after service. The 20th?
March 20th.
Thank you. There it is. March 20th. It's a holistic expo at the Ihop on 73. And it's from 11 to 5. All kinds of healers, just all kinds of people in the spiritual realm will be there. And we've got a booth. Thank you. I know she's not here, but Dorothy Green gifted CCL the cost of the booth. She is a huge supporter of CCL, and she gifted us the booth. So thank her. Her alignment work, her work is extraordinary. Go see her. I go every week. I go every single week, and it's extraordinary. So it's an opportunity for us to get out into the community and show who we are. You know, we want to grow the church. We want more people to come here. We want to share this love with the world. So if you want to help, we're looking for 2-hour increments. 11 to 5, we should be able to get that filled easy. And you don't have to talk about it. We'll have pamphlets. We'll have all kinds of stuff. I'll probably be doing treatment. I'll offer people treatment if they want treatment, so we can give them an idea of what we're all about. So you don't have to necessarily talk. If you want to talk CCL, man, I know all of you can do it. You can do it. But we need some help. Office again? Call the office. Oh, back in the back. I think it's the pink forms. Prayer requests. I just talked about it. If you got a prayer request, put it down. If you got a little prayer request, put it down. If you got a big prayer request, put it down. Don't care what it is. It's you expressing, I need help here. And we're the help that you're asking for. Okay? Oh, this is real important. If you haven't renewed your membership or want to be a member at the Center for Conscious Living, all you have to do is say so. There's forms in the back that you can sign up for. There's no obligation. We're not going to take a pint of blood. It's literally a declaration of, I want to be a part of this community. And the other thing is that we're looking at a vote on a potential senior minister. I'm sorry, an approval. But it's your approval. It's you saying, yes, we approve, or no, we don't approve of this. It is your expression to the stewardship council of what you desire. But you can't approve or disapprove without being a member. You have to be a member, okay? So there's a reason right there. Because we do this for you. You are CCL. All of you. You are CCL. We're not CCL. You are CCL, and we want to do what you want. We want to minister. We're ministering to you. And we love you. Marty has... Wait a minute.
So Marty's announcement is that on the 27th of February, there's an Ihop Walk, which we did a couple of years ago, which is a walk for the homeless.
And it's in the mall.
And it's in the mall this year, and it's going to be timed so that people are socially distanced. And there were quite a few people from the congregation that did it 2 years ago when it was in person. So if that's something that's of interest to you, you can either call the office, email the office, or get in touch with Mark.
What was the date?
27th of February.
Yeah, February 27th.
Which mall?
Echelon.
You know, I'm not sure which mall.
It's the
Well,
The Voorhees Center?
Right.
Okay, Voorhees Center.
Okay.
Yeah,
Echelon
yeah.
Mall.
Yeah, Echelon Mall. I mean, you get to walk around the mall. I mean, there's nothing that says you have to go fast. I mean, you can walk around the mall and look at every single store in the mall. Right? You can stop in any one you want. Right? What an opportunity. And you get to help the homeless. Thanks, Marty. Let me see. We're doing peace poll now.
Yes,
No.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
did you
yeah.
make it?
There it is.
Did you drop out YouTube?
Sorry, hold on.
Did you talk about YouTube?
Nope.
Okay.
Will you talk about me? Oh, yeah.
Okay, so our goal is that we're going to move away from Zoom as our in-person service to YouTube. Quality is much better. It's a better platform for us. So we are migrating to YouTube. Hopefully by the end of March we will be done with Zoom. And if you want to watch us live stream, it will be on YouTube. There will be a link in the email, just like there is for Zoom, so it'll be a piece of cake. But what we're asking you to do is subscribe to the Center for Conscious Living YouTube channel. Click on the little bell that's there next to the word subscribe. And then what will happen is whenever new videos are posted or when upcoming videos, the upcoming Sunday service is approaching, you'll get a notification that that we're going live or there's a video been posted. And once you do that and subscribe and click the little bell, it will. We're asking for you to share it with other people as well, because the more people that we can reach, I mean that's the idea of what we do here is, you know, changing the world by, you know, helping people along their journey. So that's where we're going. So just keep that in mind. We're shooting for the end of March.
The transformation of the world through the transformation of individuals. That's what we're here.
Paul,
Yes.
we're going to make a short video
Okay.
for users that may not be aware of how YouTube works.
Okay.
So within the next week or two, I'll get that to Marlene,
On the website?
and she could post it on the
Okay.
website, and then that'll show anybody that's not familiar with YouTube actually how to navigate.
Got it. Scott, our tech commando extraordinaire, was telling me that we're going to make a video of how to connect all that's going on with the YouTube and put it on the website. So if you can't navigate that, come in and join us. Be here. Be here. Be here. And if you got any questions, call the office. Seriously. Call the office, because Marlene will say, yeah, you can do this. I just
Or you
put,
can text the office because it's a cell phone.
yeah, or you can text the office. Now, you ready? I want to bring up Holly Meyer. The extraordinary, the fantastic, the incredible.
Well, thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
It's so
You
nice
deserve
to
it.
be here with everybody. Oh my goodness, yes. So I'm here for the Season for Peace and Nonviolence portion of our service. And today's day 15 of the 64 days of the season. And if you're receiving the emails from Reverend Catherine, you know that today's focus in her communication is reverence. And don't we just feel the reverence here, you know, for life, for love, for possibility, for transformation. Yeah. So it's also day 1 of Random Acts of Kindness Week. And it's year number 27 of the Township of Morristown's annual mayoral proclamations in support of growing kindness in community. And that happens to have happened because I volunteered to take on that role as a coordinator for that back in 1996. So here's to kindness. So, you know, every day we hear about senseless acts of violence and negativity, and some of those are random and some of those are intentional. And we are faced with a choice to join in with the anger and the blame and the revenge, or to be counter-revolutionaries who meet life's challenges with compassion and kindness. Now we know that there are the 2 people whose assassinations bracket the 64 days of peace and nonviolence, Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr., were counter-revolutionaries in their absolute commitment to peace, especially in the face of horrific violence. And Viktor Frankl, who was trained in psychology and neurology and survived the horrific experience of the Holocaust by holding on to purpose, his strong desire to complete a manuscript, which became man's search for meaning, he had discovered that those most likely to survive the Holocaust were those who had a strong sense of purpose. And he also taught that between a stimulus and a response, there's a space, there's a gap. And in that space, in that breath, is our power to choose our response. And in our response lies our growth and our freedom. So when there's a stimulus, an immediate and reactive response might arise. It's our task as adults to learn to pause and to think first. And we could even say, if someone is asking us, we can say, let me think about that. And as we think to ourselves, we can use a helpful acronym of THINK. We can say to ourselves, is what I am about to say or do true? That's the T, right? You're following along. The H, is it helpful? Is what I'm about to say or do inspiring? Is it necessary? Is it kind? So we can spare ourselves regret by minding that gap between stimulus and response. So we know there are many, many quotes about kindness. Mother Teresa provided us with some. One that the most overlooked peacemaker is kindness. And another that one of the simplest ways to share kindness is with a smile. So our masks don't make it so easy, do they? But we can get creative. So if we're wearing a mask, so first of all, fortunately, a lot of the time we don't have to have a mask on and we can actually smile. and connect in that way. But we can also smile with our eyes. We can smile with a gesture, with a wink, with a nod of the head, with a with our hands, with a bow. That's right. Namaste. Yes, with kindness in our hearts. So I want you to each take a moment now to consider what kindness feels like to you. And if you feel comfortable, just close your eyes to do so. What does it feel like to experience kindness? Being right here at CCL is one of the things that comes to mind for me, you know. So each day this week, let's look for opportunities to practice random acts of kindness and intentional acts of kindness as well, and to pay attention to how life shifts around you. You know, just the act of smiling reduces endorphins. And so we serve ourselves when we smile at ourselves. So it's affirmation and peace poll and peace song time. I'm wondering, do you suppose we could all find a way to gather around? All right. So we'll wait until after we've sung it, I think, to say our words.
Yeah, I'll do that before you do the affirmation.
Very, very good. Yes. Yes, and I'll leave a copy of the kindness proclamation on the back table so that anybody who wishes to see it can do so.
Sweet.
Thank you so much.
All right, now, this is going to take some logistical doing, but I want everybody to stand up. And if you feel comfortable holding hands, we're gonna do this the peace circle. If you don't, get in the middle. If you don't feel comfortable holding hands, no, come on, around here. Come on, here. If you want to hold hands, hold hands. We'll make a circle. And whoever wants to stay in the center, Glenn, if you'll grab that, Scott's, Marlene. Okay. Oh, sorry. Get in the middle.
All right, you guys are going to sing. Let
there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that is meant to be. With God as our power, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be your moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. And our concluding affirmation.
And now, if you will repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
It is this thing called life.
It is this thing called life.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my feelings.
Life is in my feelings.
Life is in all my activities.
Life is in all my activities.
I receive it.
I receive it.
I share it.
I share it.
I am it. And I accept it.
And I accept it.
Just the way that it is.
Just the way that it is.
Thank you, life.
Thank you, life.
And accepting all these glorious gifts from God, we say,
Yay! Real quick, wait, real quick. I got one more announcement.
One more announcement. One of the things I love about CCL is the camaraderie in the community, and as we often do, many people go out to lunch. Today is an extra special luncheon, and don't worry, the snow's not accumulating. I already checked it out. And it's Passeriello. What's different today is there's a lot of special little surprises waiting and a nice long table over at Passeriello's. If you've already RSVP'd, great. Just make sure we know that's still happening. Stephen is helping me out on that. And if you didn't just hearing about it now, you're more than welcome. But please just let me know. So if we have to let them know to put out a few more chairs. Thank you, and bring your love. That's a love there.
Love. Holly?
Just our words of affirmation around the peace pole are, may peace prevail on earth. So together,
May peace prevail on earth.
And so it is. Love you. Spread that love. Spread it out.